ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce a great colleague, a great friend, someone who stood with me and with us for many, many years and was a proud supporter of the legislation they've already passed in the House and hopefully will do in the Senate. Congressman Jim Langevin, please. All teamwork.
Very good. Let's hear it for Senator Jack Reed, our senior senator. As we all know, Jack Reed has been a long-standing supporter of responsible gun safety legislation. If we were the leader of the Senate today, we'd have that done long ago. So let's continue this fight with Jack Reed. And let me say this, that I'm proud to be here with other colleagues in government who are here fighting for gun control legislation in a responsible way. I want to recognize our General Treasurer Seth Magaziner and Mayor Lorza. I'm so proud to be here with Senator Josh Miller and Senator Bridget Valverde, and also Representative Marcia Ranglin-Vassell. And let me say how inspired I am, most especially by all of you. This incredible crowd here today. I want to thank Giovanna. I want to thank Moms Demand Action and the organizers of Everytown and the student organizations who are here today. I am so inspired by your passion, by your demands that we pass responsible gun control legislation in the Congress, and it inspires me to continue the fight. But my friends, we all know that this should not be necessary. What we're asking for is common sense. And yet here we are again, angry and heartbroken, watching more communities once again torn apart, families destroyed, more people, more children massacred due to an epidemic of gun violence that is once again and continues to plague our country. When will it end? It has to end now. I want to thank the speakers who are here today, who had an incredible impact and who unfortunately have been personally affected by acts of gun violence. No mother should lose a child to gun violence. No mother should lose, no family should lose a child to gun violence. I know that we are committed to change. We shouldn't be afraid to go to the grocery store, to a concert, to a church or a mosque or a synagogue. Our children shouldn't be traumatized by school shooter drills, not to mention shooters in their classroom. This is not what this country stands for or is about. The question is, do President Trump, do Mitch McConnell, and their Republican colleagues in the Senate, how much are our lives worth? How much are the lives of our children worth? Are they worth more than the NRA? Then prove it and bring the Senate back into session and pass gun safety legislation. As Senator Reed said, the House already in February passed two important gun safety legislation bills to end the gun show loophole, to make sure that background checks are completed before a person gets a weapon. And yet these bills sit on Mitch McConnell's desk month after month, week after week. We want the Senate back in session so that Mitch McConnell is forced to take up these bills and get them passed, get these laws enacted. And what really frustrates me is that these bills are wildly popular across the country on a bipartisan basis. Even gun owners support more thorough background checks, doing more to keep guns out of the wrong hands. Over 100 people every day are killed in this country because of gun violence. That has got to change. Within the past 3 weeks, we've experienced 3 mass shootings, 2 of them within just a 24-hour period. When will this end? How many more must we endure? Dayton, El Paso, Gilroy, Sutherland Springs, Charleston, Las Vegas, Orlando, Newtown. When will it be enough? We can't let our voices die down. We cannot, or they win. We can't let our voices die down. We need to continue this fight together, and we will. I support the Constitution. I've sworn to uphold it, and I strive to do that every day. I support the Second Amendment, but I will not sit idly by while my neighbors are gunned down shopping for school supplies. We can't tolerate this as a country any longer. My friends, we know what works. It's not a mystery. We need to close the gun control loopholes, require universal background checks, institute an updated assault weapons ban, and implement appropriate red flag laws. Those are the keys to keeping guns out of the wrong hands. Those are the keys to ending gun violence. I joined with Senator Reid and my colleague, Senator Whitehouse and Congressman Cicilline, in fighting for these bills. As Senator Reid said, weapons of war have no place on our streets, and dangerous people shouldn't have easy access to them. Finally, we need to stop also white supremacist rhetoric that's coming out of Washington. We know that domestic terrorists shouldn't be emboldened by leaders who condone their behavior, who incite random acts of racist violence. We can do better. We are better than that. Our lives depend on it. In closing, I want to say that I'm inspired by all of your presence here today, by your passion on this issue. I promise you that this delegation will not let up until we see this through. I know you will not let up until we see this through. Together, we are going to keep guns out of the wrong hands. It is going to happen. I can feel this critical mass that's building across our country right now. We're in this together, and we're going to get it done together.